A number of major resource development projects in British Columbia are facing near unprecedented levels of opposition from groups vowing to disrupt these projects. Much of the opposition, especially with respect to anti-oil and gas activism, is being circulated by social media. Social media itself is an integrated web-based technology that allows users to generate content and then share that content through various connections. Examples of social media include blogs, social networking sites, microblogging sites, photo and video sharing sites, wikis, mashups, and virtual worlds. The tools of social media are reinventing social activism. As the communications landscape gets denser, more complex, and more participatory, the networked population is gaining greater access to information, more opportunities to engage in public speech, and an enhanced ability to undertake collective action. This is now a seamless method of collaborating, coordinating, and giving voice to their concerns. Environmental activists, left and right-wing extremists, as well as organized criminals, understand the value of social media. Activists, gangs, and terrorist organizations are harnessing the power of social media to recruit members and coordinate activities. Adversaries use the web and social media to rapidly organize, research targets and their vulnerabilities, and recruit allies. Online accessible personal information and pattern of life details heighten severe risks like physical confrontations, spear phishing, and social engineering attacks against employees and executives. Protests, boycotts, and threats against employees, executives, and facilities can have devastating effects on an organization. In addition to the financial cost and lost productivity, there can be a serious price to pay in terms of employee safety, compromised reputation, and jeopardized customer confidence. Canadian intelligence sources indicate domestic issue-based extremism is an ongoing threat to infrastructure security. On a nearly daily basis, environmental activists in Canada use social media to coordinate rallies, blockades, work interruptions, civil disobedience, and distribute information across the country. In the latest survey conducted by the International Association of Chiefs of Police on law enforcement's use of social media, a useful picture was formed on these new issues police agencies are facing. The survey was sent electronically to law enforcement executives across the United States. A total of 600 law enforcement agencies, representing 46 states, participated in the survey. The survey highlights that 95% of agencies surveyed use social media for evidence gathering in their investigations. The most common use of social media is for criminal investigations at 82.3%. The most frequently used social media platforms are Facebook at 95.4%, Twitter at 66.4%, and YouTube at 38.5%. 78.8% of agencies report that the studied review of social media has helped solve crimes in their jurisdiction. Corporate security is also using social media to protect corporate enterprises from both civil and criminal threats. Strategic initiatives involving threat risk assessments, operational plans, contingency plans, emergency management, and executive protection can all be enhanced with the effective use of social media data. Corporate security often is confronted with fast emerging threats, and as a result must protect a host of targets, including corporate facilities, supply chain facilities, employees, executives, or contractors, and upcoming events and stakeholders. During the past 7 years, 3SI's online threat identification and analysis service has demonstrated that social media is a critical conduit for environmental activism against our clients. Talking on a telephone and sending emails to share information has increasingly been displaced by Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and other forms of social media. The importance of online threat identification and analysis stems from the critical task of narrowing and analyzing the information extracted, as this process does not solely revolve around data mining. If used as a standalone process, data mining can result in an overwhelming amount of information that can obfuscate trends, intentions, and plans to the uninitiated. The internet provides a vast and comprehensive domain from which pertinent information can be uncovered and tracked over time for the purposes of determining imminent or future threats, if targeted analysis is conducted on an ongoing basis. In addition, sentiment and actions can be captured online and stored in an online database for the purpose of future use. This includes, but is not limited to, legal actions such as civil suits or injunction processes, which have proven to be effective in reducing activist impact on organizations. This type of open source data collection is possible because many users of digital devices fail to realize that what they write or send on social media is public, and it has a permanent place online. An analyst can connect the dots from different media sources, and using analytical tools can positively identify a person, much like how fingerprints were used in the past. However, most still openly ID themselves to some degree. Geolocation technology, or geohints, that determine a proximate location based on what is said, where and when, is also a critical element with social media monitoring. People don't understand if it's on the internet and it's open for all their friends or people they wish to influence to see, it's open for the police and corporate security to see also. 3SI supports its clients by scanning thousands of quality public web sources, including news publications, high-caliber blogs, social media platforms, financial databases, government websites, and a variety of other open-source material. From these open sources, we analyze and identify text references to entities and events which may be a threat. Then, we detect time periods for when the events are predicted or reported to occur. Each reference links back to the original source. We then distribute various online threat identification products to our clients, rating the specific threats for each client. Through the application of digital tools and experienced analysts, we can use this material to predict behavior and forecast threats before they manifest. This allows security managers to adjust their posture in anticipation of threat behavior or the absence of it. There are significant financial, operational, and structural benefits to a security program that is properly aligned to the inherent threat it faces. The potential applications of the online threat identification process are only limited by the imagination and requirements of the client. The following list provides a brief overview of potential products and applications. Detection and monitoring of criminal activity, awareness and tracking of petitions and campaigns to harm corporate reputations, detection and tracking of planned protest activity, mitigation against organized and unplanned civil disobedience, determination of sentiment related to an organization or its employees, general intelligence gathering and sharing, digital security profile vulnerability assessment, discovery of online employee and staff targeting, real-time support to special event security, such as board meetings and public engagement sessions, profile development of persons of interest who may be targeting an organization. Online threat identification products are designed to fill several roles. They provide the executive leadership team with an assessment of public awareness in opposition to existing operations and proposed projects. They also allow security managers to adjust and develop their security posture, to manage evolving threats, and most importantly, they give project managers specific awareness of possible threats, such as surveillance, harassment or intimidation of crews, or deliberate business interruptions. Online threat identification takes similar material used by the external communication elements within an organization, but uses it more specifically to evaluate and determine threats. There is a synergy between online threat identification and external communications when done properly that allows frontline managers to behave proactively in the face of opposition, negative commentary, and protest that draws in the community or the media. Online threat identification evaluates threats in a strategic way, and it takes time to develop a true picture of the forces arrayed against an operation or industry. This process serves to educate and update readers on points of conflict directly affecting an organization before they occur, which significantly enhances the ability of senior management to make informed and timely decisions. With this in mind, if done correctly and continuously, online threat identification can help any organization develop an informed, proactive security program that is able to identify and, more importantly, mitigate potential threats before they affect corporate or project-based operations. This allows security managers to apply the correct resources to deal with threats. An informed security posture positively impacts the cost and efficiency of a security program and ensures that the security response is scaled to the threat. The world today lives on social media, and security leadership must adapt their programs to use open source monitoring as a core element in intelligence-led security planning and operations.